Every controller I met had their own story on how they ended up in that job. I have my own, and to do my story justice, I need a prop. I spent 10 great years in public accounting, and it soon became evident that I was not going to make partner. Why? Because the partners told me that I wasn't. I had a career choice that I had to make. I consulted some peers who had left public accounting before me, and I asked, what do you think I should do? Ron, you would make a great controller, they said. What is a controller? I asked. I went and visited some recruiters around the Seattle area, shopped my resume, and they all said, Ron, you would make a very good controller with your background. What does a controller do? I asked. I looked through the want ads of the Seattle paper, and there were hundreds of openings for controllers. Would somebody tell me about this thing called a controller? I asked. Then I met Doug. Doug was the owner of a family-held business in Seattle, and he had a problem. He was suffering from entrepreneuritis, meaning they had plenty of sales, but no profits and no cash. His bank grew concerned, and they said, Doug, you hire a CPA as your controller and fire your bookkeeper, or we're going to call your line of credit. Doug made me an offer. I went to work for him, and for 2 years, it was a case of the blind leading the blind. I had no idea what I was supposed to do. Doug had no idea what I was supposed to do. But over those 2 years, we figured it out. And for me, it was a good trial by fire because I didn't have any expectations for this role, and I finally figured it out. And I'm willing to share what I've learned with you. Does that sound like how you ended up as a controller?